that her mother, Queen Omele, didn't have the best of times in the labor room.
Name. Inikpi.
Those who have been watching my reviews for a while will know that my love for Mercy Johnson Okojie cannot be rivaled. Okay? I'm just putting that out there.
Hello, this is Anthony Monjaro.
This is Blessing Egbe. This is Mona Lisa Chinda-Koka.
Hi, my name is Ashonya Michelle Raka, and you're watching Screening Room.
Screening Room. The Screening Room.
In the screen room.
Screening Room with Adenike. By Adenike.
You know how we do it, people. Don't touch that dial.
Don't touch that dial.
Please, 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 please do not touch that dial.
Hey you, welcome back to my channel. My name is Adenike Adebayo-Esho. On this channel, I create movie-related content, movie reviews, TV show reactions, TV show reviews, trailer reactions, anything that has to do with movies and TVs. I talk about them right here on this channel. So if you're interested, please go ahead and subscribe, all right? Thank you. So let us talk about the legend of Inikpi, Mercy Johnson's production, directed by Rajah. Arase. The movie features Mercy Johnson, Okojie, Dede, Saidi, Balogun. You have Paul Obazele, Odunlade, Adekola had a cameo in there, and a few other actors and actresses. It is an original Igala tale, so it's an original story. It's a story of a young maiden in the Igala kingdom who is loved by her people and cherished by her people, and a time comes in the kingdom where they are faced with a very big challenge and they had to make a very massive, huge sacrifice involving the maiden Inikpi. Because it's an epic movie being told decades after it happened, the picture needed to look a certain way and create a certain mood, and they were able to achieve that with the grade. So I liked that. I liked the casting as well for the most part. I like the casting, of course, you know, Saidi and Mercy Johnson and Dede. I mean, these are all fantastic actors in their own right. And again, being an epic film, extra attention needed to be paid to the costuming and the makeup and the set design and locations. And I felt like they nailed all those things. It looked genuine and it looked real. And even the accent with which they were speaking, I enjoyed it. Part of the production quality, I would also put the sound and the sound design. The sound was very, very good and clean. I loved it. The sound design also gave it a richness. It was a lot of Igala kingdom singing by a particular person that created a mood. I'm still talking about the scoring and sound design. You know, the story is told somewhere between Igala and Benin. The scoring was different. So when we are in Benin, by the music, we already know that, oh, this is Benin. And then when we are back in Igala, we know that, okay, this is the Igala kingdom. So it was very clear where we were at each time without them even having to say it, just based on the scoring alone. The cinematography was also good. The acting was also good for the most part. I believe I would describe Mercy Johnson as just a brilliant, just a naturally brilliant actress. You know, even without doing much, she's doing a lot. I really enjoyed her performance in the film. So if I put all those things together here, I would tell you that the production quality of the film was well nailed. You could tell they paid attention to it. But when it came down to the story, most especially, and a few other things in the movie, it just wasn't a home run, and it just ended up not being good enough. Number one, the actress that played Inikpi, though she was okay, she did all right, but that was as good as it got. I didn't feel any passion from her. I didn't find her believable. I didn't connect with her. And then she had a monologue in a particular scene, and that monologue was boring. It could have been a lot stronger because what she was saying was making a lot of sense and it was very deep, but it just lacked passion, and I couldn't relate with her. I didn't find her believable at all. And then if we move on to the story, somewhere between the story, the script writing, and the storytelling, they just missed it. Clearly, it's not the story because it's a true life story. We needed a bit more background information on the king of the Igala kingdom, played by Dede. How many wives did he have? You know, there were so many details that were missing that could have influenced our reaction as audience towards the film that we did not get. For example, they are telling us that Inikpi was the king's favorite child. Great, no problem. They are telling us that the king had other children. Well, who are the other children? How many are they? Are they from the same mother? We never saw these children. They were just here, hovering around. We never saw them. We never knew why Inikpi, who is supposedly, again, we don't know, but supposedly the last child, why she was the king's favorite. Oh, was she the favorite because she was a girl? Okay, where are the other siblings, the brothers? Where are they? How many are they? Who are their mothers? How do they feel about this girl being their father's favorite child? You know, we didn't get to experience all those things. And so Inikpi was also just here, just a character. Instead of being that character that we were rooting for, instead of being that character that we were passionate about, she just ended up being yet another character in the storyline. And it was a story that was being told. We never got to know Inikpi, aside from the fact that, oh, she's a good girl, okay, and she takes care of even the slaves, okay. We never got to connect with her as a person. So by the time the story started getting towards the end, the emotions they tried to get out of us wasn't forthcoming, because it just seemed like a stranger that was hovering somewhere. It's like when you hear of the loss of a very distant cousin that you haven't seen in over 5 years. You know of the person, you know his family, but it's so distant, you guys don't have any relations, versus someone you still saw as recently as 2 months ago or even 6 months ago. The way you would feel about both would definitely be different. So Inikpi was just that character that we were told we needed to like because other people liked her, not because they allowed us to get to know her by ourselves. And then because the apprehension and the suspense was being dragged out, it became boring at some point. And by the time we eventually got to where they were taking us to, they had dragged it out for so long that it was just okay. Then the conflict wasn't strong enough, and that got me thinking, because it's a true life story. So if they're saying this was a conflict that brought about this war, then why did it feel so weak? And even if that was the actual conflict, it could have been more dramatized. For the cinema, for the television, made it be larger than life, exaggerated. For the cinema, we needed that. And by the time the conflict was eventually resolved, it was underwhelming. Some of you who have been along with me on this journey for a while would know how I personally feel about narrations in movie. I just think it needs to stay in the 90s. Like, unless if it's absolutely important. But in this film, they had this narration that was quite frankly a distraction. Absolutely unnecessary, because the actors involved were not even good. So the narration was not interesting. So by the time the movie ended, I ended up feeling torn. You know, looking at the production quality and the production value, but then also looking at how the movie and the story made me feel at the end of the day. Putting all of that together just made me feel like, oh, it was okay. So at the end of the day, you know, the movie ended up not living up to its potentials and not living up to expectations, because it starts out well and you have high expectations and anticipations for something to happen. Nonetheless, I have to say a big congratulations to Mercy Johnson Okojie, because this is her first production and she did a good job as a producer on this project. You have to give it to her. That's what I think of the film Legend of Inikpi. I know a few people have seen it because a few people DM'd me about it. So what do you guys think? Let us continue the conversation down below in the comment section. Have you seen it? I want to know what you think. Are you still going to go see it for the love of NJO? You know what I'm saying? Whatever your thoughts are, please leave them down below in the comment section to hear from you. Also, please subscribe to the channel for more movie reviews and reaction videos. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much. I'll see you again very, very soon. You know how we do it. Remain in God and God bless you. Mwah. Bye.